Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, August 11th, at 3:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 662 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Wagner, scale of Russian mercenary mission in Libya exposed. New data suggests Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines may be less effective against Delta. Anger as Nigerian diplomat manhandled in Indonesia. Swiss embassy urges Chinese media to remove articles about scientist. Mother of brothers charged in fatal shooting of Chicago police officer Ella French is arrested, police say. Texas GOP State House Speaker signs warrants to arrest 52 Democrats. Tropical storm Fred forms, and Puerto Rico gets rain, gusts, Florida still in the cone. A man died in West Africa of a virus that causes internal bleeding and organ failure. The WHO says it has the potential to spread far and wide. Virginia teacher resigns at school board meeting, denounces highly politicized agendas. Criminal justice prof set blazes across NorCal as Dixie fire raged, cops. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Afghan officials, 3 more provincial capitals fall to Taliban, Associated Press. Senate Republicans block effort by Democrats to advance voting and election bill, CNN. Stock futures trade cautiously ahead of inflation data, Fox Business. Canadian businessman Michael Spavor sentenced by Chinese court to 11 years in prison for spying, CNN. Perseid meteor showers are set to be a showstopper celestial event, CNN. New data suggests Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines may be less effective against Delta, Yahoo News. Wildfire rips through Algeria, killing 42 people including soldiers, CNN. Late night weighs in on Andrew Cuomo's resignation, The New York Times. How Sweden became the Silicon Valley of Europe, Reuters. Prince Andrew cannot ignore courts, says Virginia Giuffre's lawyer, BBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. David Schwimmer sets the record straight on Jennifer Aniston romance rumors. After 8 months, cities and states are still sitting on rental aid. What to do if you're fully vaccinated and feeling helpless right now. 4 workplace storylines we love in Ted Lasso. Doctors share their concerns about QWO, the new FDA-approved cellulite treatment. Should you be drinking single-origin coffee? Chet Hanks' COVID-19 vaccine PSA quickly devolves into disinformation dumpster fire. Oregon to restore indoor mask mandate, require vaccines for some state employees. Some CNN staffers are ticked off with Chris Cuomo, Brian Stelter says. Senate Democrats pass $3.5 trillion budget plan in latest win for Biden. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Concert cancelled after venue refused health rules. Procession befitting a superhero planned. 3-month-old is on a ventilator due to COVID-19. Family of golfer struck by lightning. Couple continues tradition of helping others. Vaccinated patient interviewed from hospital bed. Firefighters emotional after touring largely forgotten all-black fire station. Former Mississippi Fair Commissioner sentenced. Fire chief responds to union's accusations. 2 charged after basketball player's death. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. The best coffee break is an affogato. Did they really make it rain over Dubai? Does it matter? Senate passes $3.5 trillion budget plan, advancing sweeping safety net expansion. Breakthrough infections and the Delta variant. Want to know? Universal masking can protect students from COVID. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. LA Times covering Kamala Harris' Instagram account inactive since May, dials back coverage. David Bussey, left pressures Justice Breyer to exit court. Here's why this campaign is a win for conservatives. Child, 5, in Virginia dies after possibly being left in car for several hours in 93-degree heat. Washington state driver caught on video hurling X in road rage incident, report. CNN's Chris Cuomo silent when confronted by Fox on brother Andrew Cuomo's resignation. Senate passes Cotton's amendment preventing federal funds from promoting CRT in school. Newt Gingrich, infrastructure bill a left-wing gift to Schumer, NYC, so why did some GOP senators back it? North Carolina shooting, 2-year-old accidentally shoots, kills father, family says. Cuomo resigns, but his apologies for insensitive behavior seem clueless. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, August 11th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Sedgefield Country Club profile, Wyndham Championship makes this classic Donald Ross course its home. Breck Basinger on becoming a superhero in Season 2 of DC's Stargirl, truly honored. Baseball report, what's happening in MLB's MVP races? Child tax credit, when will your second payment arrive? The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. The Happy Monday star Bez becomes a celebrity MasterChef fan favorite. LBC's Theo Sherwood reveals how long COVID has wreaked havoc on his body. Anti-vaxxer German nurse injected up to 8,600 people with saline solution. The fear behind my look of anguish, Greek woman, 81, reveals what led to iconic image of wildfires. Elite rugby is unsafe in its current format, study shows after brutal Lions tour. Amazon deals, save big on dishwasher tablets, Shark vacuum cleaners and more. British man arrested for spying for Russia while working at embassy in Germany. Evil mother's chilling TikTok videos with her 3-year-old girl just weeks before she killed her. Human trafficking boss smuggled men into the UK from Hungary and kept man, 31, as a slave. Out of this world couple home with 11 interconnected domes is up for sale for $800,000. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Brazil's Bolsonaro follows the Trump playbook. Afghan officials, 3 more provincial capitals fall to Taliban. In Iran, slow vaccinations fuel anger and unending pandemic. Amnesty reports widespread rapes with impunity in Tigray. Spain, Portugal brace for wildfire threat as temps soar. Tropical storm Fred nearing the Dominican Republic. Facebook bans Russian disinformation network that claimed coronavirus vaccines turn people into chimpanzees. Chinese court sentences Canadian Michael Spavor to 11 years in prison. Welcome to Trump World, the climate future scientists fear. As mayor of Ecuador's capital faces possible removal, councilman throws a glass of water at him. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Lionel Messi eager to begin new moment of my life at PSG, live updates. Coronavirus live news, Russia reports record 799 deaths, Thailand set for nasal spray vaccine trial. German police arrest Britain on suspicion of spying for Russia. Heathrow reports busiest month since March 2020 as travel recovery begins, business live. NR, Peanut has a life of his own, San Francisco bids farewell to a curator who saw ads as art. Stevie Nicks cancels tour over COVID fears, at my age, I am extremely cautious. Joe Biden urges Afghans to fight for their nation as Taliban advance continues. New Order review, a brutally unforgiving attack on Mexico's super-rich. Chinese media in fake news claims over Swiss scientist critical of U.S. Thailand forced by court to rescind public fear order. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. IRS warns of child tax credit scams. Senate okays Dems' $3.5 trillion budget in latest win for Biden. NY Governor Andrew Cuomo resigns after sexual harassment allegations, investigation. Man arrested in connection with the deaths of his 2 young children, authorities say. Federal judge rules against several Indiana abortion laws. Stevie Nicks cancels all 2021 performances over coronavirus. Liz Cheney's Trump vote prompts new Wyoming censure effort. Tennessee Nissan plant to close for 2 weeks due to chip shortage. Twitter suspends Marjorie Taylor Greene's account. Sheriff, hoax call about gun vacated Tennessee high school. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Britain suspected of spying for Russia arrested in Germany. Dozens trapped in massive India landslide. Woman in Sydney investigated for pretending to be a doctor. Afghanistan war, Biden says he does not regret troop withdrawal. China to ban karaoke songs with illegal content. Michael Spavor, Canadian jailed for 11 years in China on spying charges. Kathy Hochul, who is New York's first female governor. Fenty Beauty, how makeup helped Rihanna become a billionaire. Zambia election, young voters may hold the cards. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. China sentences Canadian to 11 years in case tied to Huawei. On this day, August 11, 1942. John Cena, director James Gunn, work circles around me. Reynolds goes for original high concept with Free Guy. Intensive care units around the nation reach capacity, U.S. adds more cases in first days of August than in all of May, live COVID-19 updates. Margot Robbie, I really care about Harley Quinn. I want justice for my son, family of Alvin Motley, killed by Memphis security guard, demands accountability. Evicted N.H. Hermit unlikely to return to lifestyle. Tropical storm Fred forms in Atlantic, Florida keeping a watchful eye on system's path later this week. Texas House Speaker signs civil arrest warrants to return absent Democrats to chamber. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Governor Newsom expected to order school employees to get vaccinated or be tested regularly. State Department of Justice is investigating fatal shooting by Tustin police. Mayor's crisis response director says COVID-19 vaccination literally saved my life. Report advises against homeless facilities at key LA beaches and parks. LA sets goal of 25,000 new housing units for homeless people. Dixie Fire generates fire whirl, pyrocumulonimbus cloud at 40,000 feet. In push to vaccinate workers, Sonoma County restaurateur offers $21,000 in prizes. Defense in Kristen Smart case points to Scott Peterson, it's a stunt, his lawyer says. LA County to study whether to require vaccinations in some indoor public spaces. LA COVID-19 surge slowing, but cases likely to keep rising as school begins. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. British man arrested in Germany accused of spying for Russia. Mental health hospital was closed after CCTV exposed staff being abusive towards patients. UK News. 6.2 million Burmese could go hungry by October. It's the worst situation in living memory, UN official says. Spain calls for ban on dwarf bullfighting shows for degrading people with disabilities. Payment processing company lays off 150 after an algorithm ruled staff unengaged and unproductive. Unvaccinated may not be allowed to enter Canada for years. Greece faces disaster of unprecedented proportions as wildfires ravage the country. China to ban karaoke songs with illegal content that endangers national unity. A new U.S. intelligence assessment warns that the government in Afghanistan could fall under Taliban pressure within 90 days. Artificial intelligence finds surprising patterns in Earth's biological mass extinctions. Chinese court sentences Canadian Michael Spavor to 11 years for spying. Chinese court sentences Canadian Michael Spavor to 11 years in jail on espionage charges. Australia is becoming a surveillance state. Siberia's wildfires are bigger than all the world's other blazes combined. The next headlines are from Forbes. Forget Congress, security moms are the new tech watchdogs. 5 things to know ahead of the English Premier League season 2021/22. Why is science still on spreadsheets? Meet the company moving biology into the cloud. Tropical storm Fred forms near Puerto Rico and is moving towards Florida. U.S. Senate narrowly passes Biden's $3.5 trillion budget plan. Despite .500 record, St. Louis Cardinals still believe they are contenders. Taliban now controls 9 provincial capitals as U.S. forces continue to withdraw from Afghanistan. How does the new sequential sell-off impact ABG's public offering? Chinese court sentences Canadian man to 11 years in prison as diplomatic spat between the two countries grows. M3-backed MedLife gains another 2.2%, adds to new China billionaire clan's fortune. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Deer infections, vaccination nudges and predicting breakthrough COVID cases. The world must cooperate to avoid a catastrophic space collision. Exotic 4-quark particle spotted at Large Hadron Collider. Think outside the brain box. From the archive. Iran, drought must top new government's agenda. After malaria, which parasitic disease will China eliminate next? What costs half a year's pay for African scholars? Open access. Rare variant contribution to human disease in 281,104 UK biobank exomes. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,724,105,933 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Fans connect with soccer through player stance on social issues, finds Sky Sports study. Emmy predictions, competition program, can Nailed It or Top Chef overcome RuPaul? Melbourne Film Festival cancels in-person screenings as city's lockdown is extended. Pat Hitchcock, daughter of Alfred Hitchcock who appeared in his films, dies at 93. The Bachelorette finale, Blake weighs in on Greg's shocking blowout, as Katie clarifies TikTok backlash. Jack White combines anglophilia with vinylphilia as Third Man Records prepares to open London shop. 9 days Helmeritson Oda talks working with his filmmaking hero Spike Jonze. Music industry moves, CAA signs Belly, Houston 713 Music Hall to open with Willie Nelson performance. Vengeance is Mine, All Others Pay Cash review, retro 80s action homage uses sexual impotence as social critique. Television Academy moves the Emmys outdoors at LA Live, while further limiting invited nominees. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Once a titan of NY politics, Governor Cuomo toppled by sex harassment scandal. The CDC said the Delta variant is as contagious as chickenpox. That's not accurate. Cuomo scandal prompts reckoning at LGBTQ group human rights campaign. Workers are getting pay raises and it could end up contributing to high inflation. Senate passes $3.5 trillion budget in latest win for Biden. Hospitals face a shortage of nurses as COVID cases soar. Neil Conan, longtime host of NPR's Talk of the Nation, dies at 71. Texas House Speaker signs arrest warrants for Democrats still refusing to return. A year ago, the Midwest was hit with the costliest thunderstorm event in U.S. history. The 2020 election is back in court, as Dominion sues conservative media outlets. The following headlines are from The Week. Had the party switched sides on patriotism? American government is heading for a climate-induced legitimacy crisis. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and Amy Poehler cheerfully joke about Andrew Cuomo's resignation. The White House is considering neutering Florida Governor DeSantis' ban on school mask requirements. Sanitation workers find envelope containing $25,000 that was accidentally thrown away. In new book, Mary Trump says Donald Trump appeared afraid after COVID-19 hospitalization. Chinese court sentences Canadian to 11 years on spying charges seen as hostage politics. Texas House Speaker signs warrants to arrest 52 absent Democratic lawmakers. Colbert's Late Show editors improved Governor Andrew Cuomo's resignation speech. At least 42 killed in Algeria wildfires. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Texas draws criticism with plan to lure tourists to sites where indigenous people were banished. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Astronomy Jargon 101, Astronomical Unit. We'll have to wait about 3,000 years for a reply from intelligent civilizations. Boeing Starliner launch scrubbed, no idea when it might fly. Skywatcher's delight, Nova RS Ipcc outburst in Comet 01 Nishimura. Astronomy Jargon 101, Parallax. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, August 11th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A rare nova visible to the eye, see it while you can. The 2021 Ipcc report, what you need to know. Perseid meteor shower 2021 reaches its peak. Young moon, Venus, Spica west after sunset on August 9 to 13. Explore the Lagoon Nebula, Messier 8. The next news is from Politico. Polish ruling coalition collapses amid media law protests. What Germans should be debating, but aren't. Third Pfizer dose may be needed for Delta variant, BioNTech says. Biden races to hire senior staff at trained agencies. Poll, majorities support vaccine, mask mandates, but not Republicans. LGBTQ advocates target a new way to grow political power, redistricting. GOP praise Sinema and Manchin pare back Dems' big spending bill. Greg Abbott has never been under greater political threat. He's also never been more powerful. Fleeing fighting in North, Afghans crowd into Kabul's parks. Chinese court sentences Canadian entrepreneur to 11 years in jail. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Langer in heated argument with staffer over Bangladesh song video. When Bombay property gets so hot it's infectious. Australian Newsel Hive, NSW records 344 new local COVID-19 cases, 2 deaths. Victoria records 20 new cases as Melbourne's lockdown extended by 1 week. Tracking the Teague train as Carlton consider review. Top cop takes control of worsening outbreak as Inner Sydney warned of more restrictions. Labor announces inquiry into East Timor bugging operation if elected. Rape accused tradie just going with the flow, court hears. AFL must do better, North Melbourne boss. Why the Wallabies can fill the post-Olympics void. Woolworths sells Sternwick apartment tower plan blocked a second time. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Earnings results, Coinbase posts growing revenue and usage in first report as a public company. Biden administration revokes Davos-era guidance, clearing the way for tighter oversight of student loan companies. Outside the box, 401k red flags a small business owner should see, before the IRS does. Peter Morici, does hard work still pay off in America? Market snapshot, U.S. stock futures hold steady as investors wait for consumer price data. Auto Trader, why you might not make it to the next gas station. NerdWallet, still looking for cash for your small business? Here are 4 options. Next Avenue, will COVID-19 have long-term effects on the brain? The Moneyest, my husband purchased his mother's $500k home. His siblings called me a gold digger, now he wants to use my inheritance for renovations. The Moneyest, my father will leave his house to my troubled brother. He wants to withhold his inheritance for utilities. Should I give it to him anyway? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Who owns discoveries and inventions made by EPFL scientists? Mirage News. Latest federal court cases, August 2021 Number 2 Schwab, Williamson and Ipcc, J.D. Supra. Patents, inventors can be inhuman, Lexology. Apple wins a patent for devices like a MacBook that will resemble the Mac Pro S 3D structural design but with new special lighting, patently Apple. Will NFTs revolutionize patent law? Sunstein LLP, J.D. Supra. Negative innovation, when patents are bad for patients, Nature.com. Why cannot Uganda patent Covidex? Daily Monitor. Federal Circuit ruling underscores importance of clear and present assignments of patent right, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Last week in the Federal Circuit, August 2nd to 6th, no secret for obtaining venue, Lexology. Gene Pool Technologies files patent infringement actions against Halo Collective subsidiaries Coastal Harvest and A&M, Valdosta Daily Times. The next headlines are from Quartz. Small businesses are bearing the brunt of the U.S. labor shortage. Crypto heist, prison diplomacy, polar bear weapons. How many COVID-19 variants are there? The skin lightening business is booming in Kenya, though no one will admit it. The chorus of global automakers seeking lower import duty on EVs in India is growing. Germany's not paying, Zomato's not wowing, polar bears not messing around. A labor shortage is forcing Tyson Foods to become a more humane employer. The CDC is finally listening to women about vaccines. No boost for you. We read the 4,000-page Ipcc climate report so you don't have to. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Brooklyn releases 10,000 police misconduct records to Gothamist, exposing cops prosecutors don't want in their courtrooms. It happened again. Anti-piracy outfit asks Google to delist 127001 on behalf of Ukrainian TV station. 10th Circuit says pretextual inventory searches need to be a whole lot less pretextual. The end of ownership, how big companies are trying to turn everyone into renters. Not so anonymous cop continues to argue courts should violate the First Amendment to protect him from the consequences of his actions. Daily Deal, Treble Z2 Bluetooth 5.0 noise-canceling headphones. U.S. telcos continue to embrace apathy as a business model. Oversight unable to discover which FBI agents leaked Clinton investigation info because damn everyone was leaking stuff. In-N-Out Burger continues suing Australian burger slingers despite having no presence in the country other than pop-ups. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Kissing Booth 3. Kylie Jenner. Idris Elba. Dennis Schroeder. Errol Spence. Tony Esposito. PSG. Jennifer Aniston. Hard Knocks 2021. Cameron Burrell. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Ex-world record holder and Olympic gold winner profoundly grief-stricken after American sprint champ son dies in car park at 26. Will China's big business crackdown hurt international investment? RT's boom bust finds out. 5 million Australians in Melbourne to be kept under lockdown as measures extended another week. Taliban fighters now in complete control of Afghanistan's borders with Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, Russia's defense minister claims. British embassy worker in Berlin arrested by German security services over claims he passed secret government documents to Russia. Senator Booker's enthusiastic embrace of anti-defund the police measure riles activists and BLM, video. Russian economy shows moderate growth, OECD. Taliban captures 9th Afghan regional capital in less than a week, reports. China administers 1.8 billion COVID vaccines as Sinovac says third shot delivers big increase in immunity. I want revenge, Russian rhythmic gymnast jilted by judges in Tokyo wants payback in Paris. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Berlin to vote on confiscating rental properties from corporations. Swiss police threaten to stop enforcing COVID-19 rules. Cuomo resigns following sexual harassment allegations. Coal prices jump to near-decade high in Europe on supply crunch. Taliban overruns 8 large cities in less than a week, Pentagon says not much can be done. Russia slams crude provocation after U.S. invited to station troops and anti-air systems in Ukraine. Italy to extend vaccine passports to public transport and schools. Escobar, all roads lead to the battle for Kabul. China upholds death sentence for Canadian man convicted of drug smuggling. What would our economy look like in the shadow of vaccine passports? The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. As new COVID variants emerge, is herd immunity impossible? Texas Republicans okay arrest of Democrats who blocked voting bill. Taliban seizes Afghan borders with Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Russia. As Taliban advance, Afghanistan's finance minister quits job. Delays drive Great Wall Motor to pair India investment, report. Huawei CFO fights extradition as Beijing raises pressure. Israel FM makes first visit to Morocco since ties normalized. Timeline, Afghanistan provincial capitals captured by Taliban. Dozens dead as wildfires rip through northern Algeria. Germany arrests British diplomat suspected of spying for Russia. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Shake Shack will again raise prices due to inflation. Delta, Southwest, American Airlines, no vaccine mandate for employees. MSNBC's Reid, Dems held Cuomo accountable, still waiting for Gates, Jordan, Cawthorn resignations. Klain, we're working with employers to encourage vaccine requirements how we are going to be able to go back to normal. Senate Republicans approve racial quotas, migration incentives for broadband and infrastructure bill. Incoming NY governor praised gun control in 2018, pushed red flag law. Senate Republicans greenlight outsourcing of U.S. manufacturing jobs with infrastructure bill passage. Slavitt, Biden should intervene to protect the kids of Florida, Texas. Blagojevich hammers Cuomo, bigger scandal than sexual harassment is his massacre at nursing homes. Vogue pushes climate change and peace on the wonders of Greta Thunberg. The next headlines are from UPI News. $27.90 lottery winner kept his luck secret for more than a month. Watch, escape dog runs 2 miles to owner's work in Connecticut. Watch, 23-year-old pig dubbed the world's oldest by Guinness World Records. City of Kyle, Texas, attempting to gather Kyles for Guinness World Record. Watch, Canadian woman unofficially sets world record running on all fours. Look, alligator caught on camera crossing Pennsylvania road. Watch, YouTuber drinks 2 liters of soda in 18.45 seconds for Guinness World Record. Look, 1/2-foot Nile monitor lizard on the loose in New York. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Remarkable 10-year-old inspires the world to donate 500,000 books for kids, a catalyst for kindness. 94-year-old grandmother wears dream wedding dress, 70 years after being denied entry to bridal shop. Researchers identify a fearsome dragon with 23 feet wingspan that soared over Australian outback. Ditch that hard-to-grow lawn and start cultivating moss, instead. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, August 11th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. 8-year-old becomes youngest person charged with blasphemy in Pakistan. Amazon's plan to avoid lawsuits, pay customers $1,000 when products injure people. Oregon governor signs bill ending reading and math proficiency requirements for graduation. The mayor of Japanese city Nagoya earned himself internet infamy and a rare rebuke from Toyota Motor Corp on Thursday for chomping down on an Olympic gold medal at an event meant to celebrate its winner, softball pitcher Mugo II. White Florida man uses $700 mask to disguise himself as black man, robs 5 banks. London's Tower Bridge stuck open after technical failure. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Are hydrogen fuel cells the future of green transport? Sorta. Bury me with the upcoming Xbox night mode. The Xiaomi CyberDog is the robotic hound no one asked for. The 10 questions you never thought you'd hear a founder ask. Xiaomi's Mi Mix 4 is its first phone to officially launch with an invisible selfie camera. OnePlus teases a dual-screen folding phone, but don't get your hopes up. Using AI to analyze prison phone calls could amplify racial biases in policing. WebNRs are hot. Live WebNR Pro makes it easy to launch all your video conferencing. Twitter's image cropping algorithm marginalizes elderly, disabled, and Arabic. Gear up, Harley-Davidson's e-bikes are rolling across Europe. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Frama-shifting therapy for mast cell cancers reduces size, spread. Scientists detect characteristics of the birth of a major challenge to harvesting fusion energy on Earth. System trains drones to fly around obstacles at high speeds. The movement of small water droplets is controlled by means of a magnet. Researchers use artificial intelligence to unlock extreme weather mysteries. Insidious coral killer invading Palmyra Atoll Reef. Dragonfly mission to Titan announces big science goals. Atomic nuclei and leptons, milestone in the calculation of cross-sections. Enzyme treatment of skin samples improves microbiome analysis. Metamaterials research challenges fundamental limits in photonics. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, August 11th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA Science, cargo launches on Northrop Grumman resupply mission. NASA renews support of vertical lift research centers of excellence. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Preliminary primary election results show front-runners in 5 Salt Lake County cities. Moab issues mask mandate for city facilities. Dr. Angela Dunn will issue order for children in kindergarten through 6th grade to wear masks in Salt Lake County schools. LDS Church moves to quash James Huntsman's lawsuit seeking to recover millions in tithing. The ashes of the Dixie Fire cast a pall 1,000 miles from its flames, all the way to Utah. Families of high-risk children despair over COVID resurgence. There are 634 new cases of COVID-19 in Utah, and 8 more deaths. By golfer Kirsten Fotu is another amateur winner of the Utah Women's Open. Margaret Rankel, I don't want to spend the rest of my days grieving. This Utah Republican is running against Burgess Owens, points to lawmakers' extreme views. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Windbreaks could help wind farms boost power output. Physicists detect strongest evidence yet of matter generated by collisions of light. Wear OS is getting a multi-generational leap in power thanks to Samsung. U.S. prisons mull AI to analyze inmate phone calls. Amazon awarded secret $10 billion NSA cloud computing contract. AMD's Radeon RX 6600 XT launched to compete against NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. Twitter algorithm prefers slimmer, younger, light-skinned faces. The McFlurry Machine Company just got hit with a McRestraining order. Warner Brothers, AMC strike 45-day exclusive theatrical window deal for 2022. Amazon will pay up to $1,000 in damages caused by defective products. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Cahokia Heights home fully engulfed in flames Wednesday morning. St. Louis County Council votes down another proposed mask mandate 5-2. COVID-19 patients at Mercy Intensive Care Unit are unvaccinated, health expert says. Missouri celebrates 200 years of statehood. Belleville man convicted for attempting to arrange sex with a child. Book vending machine debuts at Wentzville Intermediate School. Fatal wreck closes NBI 170 in North St. Louis County. Big heat, humidity lead to changes for athletes at Tismet Jesuit High School. St. Louis County Police arrest kidnapping suspects wanted in St. Louis City. Hawley decries $1 trillion infrastructure legislation, calls it a woke, leftist bill. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Should kids get vaccinated when eligible? Of course they should, Rady Children's doctor says. Local performance venues start requiring proof of vaccination to enter. Small brush fire ignited by flames that ripped through rural East County home. Preliminary hearing begins for fired lawmaker cop accused of falsifying report. Sheriff, he, not doctor, diagnosed video overdose. County reports 1.4K new COVID cases as more students return to class. Wrongful death lawsuit filed by family of man who committed suicide at Vista Jail. Child tax credit, second payment for eligible parents expected this week. CDC reports new case of rare, potentially fatal infectious disease observed in 4 U.S. states. California man taken into custody at border entry after 2 children found dead in Mexico. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Army soldiers to receive new encryption device to protect the joint network. U.S. Air Force conducts first live fire test of IRST-Q'd AIM-120 missile. Oshkosh wins contract to modernize additional U.S. Army Stryker combat vehicles. South Korean military tries out new armored vehicle for export. U.S. Marines huge new CH-53K helicopter enters initial operational test. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Beijing recalls Lithuania ambassador in another shock to EU-China relations. Woman sues hotel chain after fighting off naked stranger in room. The anaconda in the chandeliers, the Hong Kong national security law and its implications for middle powers. The largest Chinese investors you've never heard of. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Oakland Unified School District staff required to be vaccinated or tested weekly. Bay Area college professor accused of arson arrested. Fremont police ask for public's help to find missing 32-year-old woman. Rock legend Carlos Santana lists tipper on home for $6 Police search for armed suspects who attempted to rob Pacifica Market. Hit and run driver strikes pedestrian holding 7-month-old in San Bruno. Video, man injured in Oakland hit and run believes driver tried to kill him. Cruise contained grass fire in Santa Rosa. Honolulu mayor restricts social gatherings to 10 indoors, 25 outdoors amid COVID spike. Oakland's Chinatown leaders call for emergency declaration due to violence. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Germany, British worker detained for alleged Russian spying. Senegal's ambulance teams struggle amid a wave of COVID-19. Dodgers and Phillies 8-game run with 5-0 victory. Mount Prospect trustees vote to have police patch with thin blue line removed. Sheriff Cooper's late 3 lifts Hawks to 84-83 win over Pacers. Brewers score 6 in 5th, beat Cubs 6-3 for DH sweep. He was tireless, reliable and a great teammate. Legendary Blackhawks goaltender Esposito dies at 78. Guerrero Jr. helps Blue Jays split doubleheader with Angels. Severe storms move through suburbs, caused power outages, downed trees. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Washington State Transportation Commission approves 2.5% ferry fare increases beginning this fall. D.B. Cooper historian leads a dig along the Columbia River in WA in hopes of finding new evidence. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Linda 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Fred 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Kevin 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1621. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, August 11th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. More August steam ahead with a cooling downpour possible. Houston Intensive Care Unit nurse pens heartbreaking letter on COVID pandemic, I feel empty. Baytown widow who allegedly faked pregnancy before vanishing has been located, police say. Kingwood family waited days for intensive care unit bed for father of 4 with COVID. St. Luke's Health temporarily closes Conroe ER due to capacity and critical staffing shortages. Harris County to file suit challenging Governor Greg Abbott's mask ban. Mac and Payson, preschool friends who battled cancer together, reunite for the first time. Senate okays Democrats' $3.5 trillion budget in latest win for Biden. Man locked girlfriend and child in room and set apartment on fire, investigators say. Students wearing masks at school remains a polarized topic. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Lionel Messi says he's very happy since arrival to PSG. Germany detains alleged Russian spy at the UK embassy in Berlin. World stocks mixed ahead of key data on US inflation. Polish ruling party loses majority amid rift over media bill. The latest, Chinese outbreak traced to Mahjong, testing site. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. What Cuomo's resignation could mean for mass transit and infrastructure. Enjoy your smorgasbord summer favorites with Grubhub. Extra extra, summer is over when you say it's over. Snack on these terrific Korean tofu pockets at Yubu in the East Village. Kathy Hochul, New York's next governor, hailed as reasonable, dedicated public servant. Governor Andrew Cuomo resigns while battling sexual harassment allegations. UN climate report says there's still time to stop worst disasters, what NY, NJ need to prioritize. Early edition, why make flamin' hot ice cream when you could make good ice cream? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Trouble in the land of smiles? Q&A, why the world can't afford to wait for transparent, equitable food systems. UK plan thwarts access to truth over Northern Ireland troubles. UN Libya mission deeply concerned over abduction of top government staffer. Myanmar military leaders attempting to legitimize power, UN special envoy. Access restored to Tigray camps sheltering Eritrean refugees. UN rights chief condemns Afghanistan abuses as Taliban advance continues. A transformational approach to climate change. How to sustainably finance universal healthcare. Child protection schemes are failing children orphaned by COVID-19 in India. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Video, French police patrol cafes asking to see citizens' vaccine papers. NSA awards secret $10 billion contract to Amazon. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Census data spurred GOP's largest partisan edge in decades. San Francisco schools will require vaccine or weekly test for teachers. Mississippi back near high for COVID hospitalizations. Chicago Target employees run in fear of possible shitter, viral TikTok video shows. No, a Canadian court victory didn't prove COVID is a hoax. Did Lionel Messi officially sign for Paris Saint-Germain? No, Kathy Hochul is not Nancy Pelosi's stepsister. Prince Andrew faces no good choice in Epstein accuser case. Hospitals run low on nurses as they get swamped with COVID. China's wandering elephants may finally be heading home. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Indiana doctor piles on bogus COVID-19 claims in viral video. Irish professor makes unfounded claims about long-term effects of mRNA vaccines. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. British embassy staff were arrested in Germany after selling secret documents to Russia, cops say. Trump's favorite dictator fueling new pro-Hitler movement. I can wear Everlane's new swim shorts all day long. No one I know is vaccinated. Sturgis rally bikers are coming for America. Who is MTV Cribs celebrity riches for in the COVID era? How a chain of creeps paved the way for New York's first woman governor. Marvel's What If transforms Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther into Star-Lord and turns the MCU upside down. COVID truthers' obsession with horse paste and sheep drench is warping Amazon's product recommendations. Proud Boys are back to brawling on America's streets. Republicans' new safe space is letting people die to fight Democrat overreach. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Lie of credit, American Express tells its workers capitalism is racist. NYC perv allegedly took photos of unsuspecting victims inside Target bathroom. Update on Anthony Rizzo and other Yankees on COVID-19 list. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Earth's energy budget is out of balance. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Pediatric COVID infections rise as some school districts impose mask mandates. Iowans still grappling with aftermath of devastating derecho a year later. Florida school board to require masks despite ban. Children make up 15% of U.S. COVID-19 cases. 50 gorgeous photos of outer space. Major UN climate report warns of extreme and unprecedented impacts. It's not too late to solve the climate crisis, CBS News climate specialist Jeff Berardelli says. More than 100,000 new daily COVID cases reported in U.S. fueled by Delta variant. 8 intensive care unit beds left as Arkansas hits record COVID hospitalizations. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. ONN Newsmax sued by Dominion over voting systems coverage. Magpie dive bombs Aussie mom holding 5-month-old baby, knocking her over and killing the infant. Delta, Southwest and American Airlines won't require employee vaccinations unlike United. PBS head says that they have not done their best towards some aspects of diversity. Top Cuomo aide Melissa DeRosa to stay on governor's staff until he's out of office. Pride flag stolen, replaced by Confederate flags on Virginia Tech campus. 1,000-year-old grave in Finland contains possibly non-binary leader, upends long-held medieval gender notions. Brown University sued by students claiming the Ivy League school fails to protect women from sexual assault. CIT, bear browses aisles at Southern California grocery store. Suni Wells, actress, musician and alleged Bill Cosby victim, dies at 72. The following headlines are from military.com. All of aircraft carrier Ford's weapons elevators will be ready by end of year despite long delay, Navy says. Air Force to allow scalp tattoos and morale patches as part of raft of changes to appearance rules. Coast Guard, National Guard Bureau prepping for mandatory COVID vaccines. Coast Guard, internet glitch kept weather warnings from boat that capsized. Russia, Central Asian allies hold drills near Afghanistan. 6 EU nations want migrants forced back to Afghanistan. US and China clash at UN over South China Sea disputes. Sex offender sentenced for stealing over $250,000 in merchandise from Navy exchange on Guam. Chinese, Russian militaries hold drills in northwest China. Congress passes bill to help vets with mental health conditions get service dogs. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Mother of brothers charged in slaying cop case is arrested after allegedly trying to see one of them in the hospital. I'm seeking justice from people who treated me unjust, Keith Walker sues City and Burge detectives, alleging wrongful conviction. Thunderstorms sweep through Chicago as hot, humid conditions to continue. Meanwhile, at least 7 tornadoes touched down Monday, meteorologists say. Chicago's travel advisory now covers majority of U.S. including Wisconsin and Indiana, as Delta variant continues to surge. As UN issues stark warning in new climate change report, Illinois scientists note what's happening globally is also happening here. Sauk Village man dies in two-vehicle crash on Illinois 394, according to police. Prosecutors detail slaying of Chicago police officer Ella French's brothers charged in the case are ordered held without bond. 2020 census data release. Bring people into your space. How Chicago fitness instructors are working to make the field more inclusive. I never saw myself represented in yoga spaces. The following headlines are from phys.org. New technique identifies proteins in the living brain. Pacific Northwest braces for another multi-day heat wave. Parched Mendocino, California, implores guests to save water. Space station supplies launched with a pizza delivery for 7. How snakes got their fangs. Through the looking glass, unraveling how ions move in phosphate glass. Blobs in space, slime mold to blast off for International Space Station experiment. Nearly 900 buildings destroyed by massive California fire. Greeks battle to protect town from ferocious blaze. Frame-shifting therapy for mast cell cancers reduces size, spread. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, August 11th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. What are COVID-19 variants and how can you stay safe as they spread? A doctor answers 5 questions. Ipcc climate report, profound changes are underway in Earth's oceans and ice, a lead author explains what the warnings mean. There's an evolutionary advantage to blushing. Natural wine and the debate over healthy alcohol. Can performance anxiety ruin your game? Dog supplements, 8 best products. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Lionel Messi says he's very happy since arrival to PSG. Amnesty reports widespread rapes with impunity in Tigray. Apple drops intellectual property lawsuit against maker of security tools. Australian team condemns double quarantine for 16 Olympians. Explainer, what the $65 billion broadband service plan will do. Nola go ahead hit in 7th, Padres hand Miami 5th loss in row. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Word Game, August 11th, 2021. Bridge, August 11th, 2021. Horoscopes August 11th, 2021, Chris Hemsworth, push to get things done on time. Ask Amy, I'm shocked by the Me Too story she told, because I know the guy. Harriet Cole, my fears are keeping me away from the gym. Miss Manners, is it poor form to laugh at a dog in a baby carriage? Dear Abby, I didn't believe the rumor until I started connecting the dots. Ex-Santa Clara University professor charged with setting blaze near Dixie Fire. Chris Bryant helps SF Giants to another win over Diamondbacks. Ron Wattis reaches 2,000 wins. Report, California to become first U.S. state to require teachers to be vaccinated or tested regularly. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Senate okays Dems' $3.5 trillion budget in latest win for Joe Biden. Tina Peters, Colorado election official, headlines Mike symposium on first night. Susan Collins, John Kennedy among GOP not opposing debt ceiling hike. Texas House threatens arrest warrants for runaway Democrats after court ruling. Rand Paul suspended from YouTube, forced to remove video. Roy Moore campaign defamation claim by Lee Korfman dismissed by judge. GOP pushes Dems to go on record during marathon Senate vote on $3.5 trillion spending bill. Alec Baldwin mourns Andrew Cuomo, blames cancel culture. Illegal migrant children say they were held hostage by conditions in HHS shelters. Mask mandate to reignite face-off as virus, orders spread. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Business consultants offer to buy ghost-written op-eds pressuring Arizona senators. DIA and ICE award Mexican police commander whose unit is accused of grisly massacre. United Healthcare guided Yale's groundbreaking surprise billing study. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man charged with murder in 2020 Burnside shooting. Outfielder Rafael Ortega becoming force for Cubs. What to know about YouTube broadcast of White Sox Twins game Wednesday. White Sox hit 2 more homers but come up short versus Twins. More than 180,000 without power, CTA delays after strong storms pass through northern Illinois. Chicago fishing, Midwest fishing report, big drum, big kings, catfish, bass, bluegill, downstate paddlefish. Bulls rookie Marko Simonovic is making life adjustments on the fly. Music exec Walter Yetnikoff, backer of Michael Jackson and Billy Joel, dies at 87. Man seriously wounded in home invasion shooting. What you need to know about getting a COVID-19 vaccine in Chicago. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Vote now for India's Avritaj Chowdhury. Yes, I am one of the best fielders in the world, Jadeja. COVID letter, how's the world mixing its vaccines? Live, over 50 trapped in landslide, says Himachal CM, rescue ops underway. This may be the biggest cryptocurrency theft ever. RBI has a new plan to solve your no cash at ATM troubles. India tests DRDO-developed cruise missile. Swara Bhaskar slams Karina and Saif's trollers. Tata teases next electric car, set to be new Tigger F. Xiaomi's latest product, an angry-looking pet robot dog. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Texas City is in search of Kyles in an attempt to break Guinness record, NPR. Tokyo 2020, Warholm's 400 hurdles world record raises questions, Sportstar. Celebrity stylist sets Guinness World Record for crazy beard, raises money for amazing cause, The Blast. A straight-up monster, world record 125-pound big head carp caught by Missouri man, Kansas City star. Record for world's longest basketball game about to be broken, and for a good cause, Newsweek. City of Kyle, Texas, attempting to gather Kyles for Guinness World Record, UPI News. Canadian woman unofficially sets world record running on all fours, UPI News. Indian cadet archers set 2 world records, The Hindu. YouTuber drinks 2 liters of soda in 18.45 seconds for Guinness World Record, UPI News. After an 8-year feud, one Mario Kart 64 player now holds every world record, Video Games Chronicle. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Bonnaroo Music Festival to require COVID-19 vaccination or negative test. How your ad blocker can track you across the web. Guy behind fake Cormac McCarthy Twitter account is actually a California gubernatorial candidate. All of Superman, the animated series is coming to Blu-ray. DC's Batman family just got a little more queer. Turns out police were pretty pissed at the officer who played Taylor Swift. Sonic the Hedgehog to add Idris Elba's Knuckles. OnePlus is trying to steal Samsung's foldable phone thunder. First image from this week's rare double flyby of Venus. How Westworld prepared Lisa Joy for her ambitious feature debut, Reminiscence. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Colinas do Tocantins in Brazil at 131.18 degrees Fahrenheit or 55.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 103.54 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 75.3 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Florida is ablaze with COVID-19, and its case data reporting is a hot mess. Hit songs rely on increasing harmonic surprise to hook listeners, study finds. Game engine, meet game streaming, Unity acquires Parsec for $320 M. Dominion voting files scorching $1.7 billion defamation lawsuits against Newsmax, OWN. TCL's newest 6 Series and 5 Series 4K TVs use Google TV instead of Roku. Parallels Desktop 17 is here and ready to run Windows 11 on M1 Max. Warner Bros. Says Back 4 Blood racial slur was unintentional. Apple says it pays everyone fairly, employees want receipts. New BIOS updates will make Windows 11 support less annoying on custom-built PCs. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Secret IRS files reveal how much the ultra-wealthy gained by shaping Trump's big beautiful tax cut. Failure, progressive group ridicules Donald Trump's infrastructure flops as Biden succeeds. You've never read it, Madison Cawthorn mocked as an idiot for humiliating 1984 book report tweet. How Mitch McConnell went from the Grim Reaper to handing Joe Biden a victory, report. Jacksonville pastor blasts anti-vaxxers for spreading lies that got several of his parishioners killed. GOP senator tried to put Democrat on the spot with defund the police stunt, and it blew up in his face. Capitol rioter Proud Boy says his autism prevents him from wearing a mask while in court. MAGA rioter asks court to enter electronic monitoring so she can maintain her exercise routine. Ron DeSantis doesn't give a damn about Floridians' lives, Lincoln Project's Rick Wilson. DeSantis says he's happy with COVID trends in Jacksonville even as intensive care unit beds hit capacity. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The moderates are blocking Biden's ambition. Why is he letting them get away with it? Rufus the dog is counting on your generosity, but so is a fundraising firm with a checkered past. Andrew Cuomo was a petty, corrupt bully. It sure looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene is about to get permanently banned from Twitter. Former Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne gets sued for pushing election lies. Andrew Cuomo resigns as governor after explosive sexual harassment report. The Senate finally passed an infrastructure bill. Here comes the hard part. Dire climate report puts bull squarely in America's court. We have the war on terror to thank for Donald Trump. As wells run dry, a tourist town fights for survival. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. A century in Stanislaw Lem's Cosmos, The New York Times. Harvard Professor Loeb launches Galileo Project, systematic hunt for signs of extraterrestrial life. News, Harvard Crimson. Riverdale's references are a guide to this season's central mystery, Vulture. Psychologist Alison Gopnik wins Carl Sagan Prize for promoting science, UC Berkeley. The Ethics of Sending Humans to Mars, Scientific American. Bring on the Aliens. Northwest Notes, Colorado Springs Gazette. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. What is neuroplasticity? Understanding its role in a child's learning journey, Times of India. Correcting and replacing Aptinix reports second quarter 2021 financial results and business highlights, Business Wire. Study finds altered brain gene expression patterns in people with opioid use disorder, newsmedical.net. Low-profile Myrna developer greenlight going public in $1.5 billion SPAC merger, BioWorld Online. NervGen Pharma and Massachusetts General Hospital collaborate on preclinical studies in Alzheimer's disease, PharmyWeb.com. Stress hormones affect brain plasticity via distinct mechanisms, BioWorld Online. Risk factors for epilepsy IJGM, Dove Medical Press. Principles of seed banks and the emergence of complexity from dormancy, Nature.com. Observation of rescue behavior in wild boar, Suscrofa, Scientific Reports, Nature.com. Ross-like GMGT passe induced bypass 4 promotes activity-dependent neuronal tolerance for ischemic stroke, pnas.org. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, August 11th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO stigma, alien conspiracy theories and Cold War paranoia. UFO surveillance to be conducted by network of small telescopes around the globe. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.